Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to win games of clutch time fast and easy here in Season 7 of NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, help me push towards the 12,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. First things first, what we're going to talk about is lineup construction. I think lineup construction is never been more crucial, honestly, than it is this season. So we're going to just substitute some guys in who are cheap or cheaper type cards. Hedo Turkoglu, 50,000 MT, maybe even less at this point. Steve Smith is great, but not a lot of people have that card. Maybe you didn't get lucky. You know what? We'll throw in a guy who I don't even think is that great of a card. Glenn Rice. He's okay. He's 6'7". He can kind of hold it down. He's not horrible. Thurl Bailey is like, what, 20, 30,000 MT at this point. Marcus All, 50,000, less than that as well. And then at the center position, we'll throw in super cheap Peter Gudmundsson. He's gone way cheaper as well. The key with this team, we got 6'10", 6'7", 6'11", 7'1", 7'2" with a 7'10" wingspan. We have elite size. Even if you don't have Taco Fall, Yao Ming, Rick Smits, Manute Bol, Chet Holmgren, Bol, etc., etc. Even if you don't have the tallest, best players every single position, that's okay, because you can get lots of tall, elite budget cards. Guys like Hedo, Glenn, and Thurl can create really well. Marcus All and Peter, who are both great defensive guys, can compete against taller players, really good rebounders, and can all shoot the ball with really nice releases. Everybody in this lineup, I like their release a lot. Feel like everybody can create their own shot decently well. This is the type of lineup that's really well balanced, though, because 4 of your guys are 6'10" and taller. The other guy's not a liability. He's not too short at 6'7". Being Glenn Rice, you have lots of shot creation, and you have lots of versatile, switchable size, with everybody being able to stretch the floor and shoot with a very good release. Those are the things you're looking for: size, great releases, and the ability to defend. And I think those are the most important things. So guys like this are great guys to use if you don't have the best cards in the game. Now, so you do have the best cards in the game. You want to throw a guy like Luka Doncic in there. You have T-Mac or Tim Thomas or Manute or Bol or Jonathan Isaac or Taco or Yao, etc., etc. If you have those guys, use them, of course. But for this video, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to use a slightly more budget team just to give y'all a picture that you don't need the best team in the game and the most expensive cards to win. So let's hop into a game and talk about what you can do in game to improve your chances of success. All right, first important thing, defensive settings. I got a video on my channel on my defensive settings. This is what I'd recommend running: tight, tight, go under, go under. You could also run go over. It really doesn't matter, kind of whatever you're more comfortable with. At this point in the year, it might actually be worth running go over instead. No hedge, stay attached. Again, I'd probably go over on off-ball screens, and then I would say for help rules, you want to have no help on screen help, drive help, and cutter help, and that's about it. Make sure you got good defensive settings on. Make sure you put on a freelance on the offensive end of the court so you can space the floor. You could also do matchups in this position. I'm not going to do matchups because our matchups are pretty well set already, because he has a tall PG and a shorter shooting guard, so Glenn Rice fits best guarding Kevin Porter Jr. But he's got a pretty similar team to us. He's got Hero Hedo, he's got KPJ at the 3, I'm not totally sure, but he's got Joakim Noah at the 4, Arvidas the 5, who gives him good size. He's got a pretty good team as well, so this is a solid little matchup right here. He's got Paul Millsap. I mean, he's got himself a heck of a team. Definitely looks like a pretty solid player. So the most important thing in this mode, I feel like, is number 1, to try not to give up threes. That's like the main thing that I want to negate, is giving up threes if at all possible. Make our opponent work for tough twos. He had a rough offensive possession, to be completely honest, on that first possession, but got lucky enough to score anyway, despite not having the best possession, because of the fact he got the offensive rebound. And then on offense, you just want to take what the defense gives you. If you can create an opportunity to score the ball consistently, you just want to take those opportunities. You don't want to force 4-pointers. You don't want to force 3-pointers. You want to make sure you're taking your opportunities. Take advantage of your mismatches as well if you have a size advantage, especially at this point in the year. Say you're running a 6'10" point guard and your opponent has a 6'3" point guard. You want to take advantage of that. Play straight up defense like I did though there. Don't overbait, and just take what the defense gives you. Again, we got a decent look here, wide open. Hedo's going to knock that down, or okay, he could have knocked that down. He didn't, but that's okay. I will live with it. That's still a good shot, even if it doesn't wind up going in. I'm okay with that type of shot. If you get a wide open look, always want to take those types of shots. Generally, I feel like I'm going to make that. I didn't that time, but that is all right. And Peter meets him at the top of the ring. That's unfortunate. I did not think he was going to be able to score that. I didn't think he had time. But again, we got ourselves another stop on that possession and just weren't able to finish the stop. He gets an offensive rebound and gets himself another bucket, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. We're actually struggling a little bit more than I would expect right now to start this one off, but we get the match to go. He jumps with Arvidas, which means I got to go up and take that bucket as soon as he jumps there, and we do a good job of that and getting ourselves the bucket. Again, very solid defense, manually contesting on jump shots. That's another thing I don't think people do enough of, is when you're off-balling or playing off-ball, if you see somebody trying to create space for a shot, click on and manually on ball that, because it'll give you the best opportunity to get a contest on it versus an off ball where they might not get the contest. We already have ourselves 6 points. We've now built ourselves a lead. We're doing a really good job of not forcing anything, making our opponent work. That's another relatively tough shot, and he knocks down a tough shot, and we will give credit where it is due again. But let's get right into our pick and pop, see if we can find our pop open for a 3-pointer. If not, we're going to attack downhill again. We're going to hit the corner. We're going to catch and shoot. Peter with a wide open look, and I just smoked the release. That's my fault. But again, that's not a bad shot. Just didn't knock down the shot, but that is okay. He's going to go all the way out of the baseline. That's actually a really nice take. Didn't wind up passing out of it, and we'll give credit where it's due. This dude's definitely playing pretty solidly right now, but I'm not feeling too worried at this point. I would really like it if somebody would come set me a screen. My team literally did not set a screen there, but it's all right. Glenn Rice gets to the rim, gets himself a dunk, and re-ties up the game, and that's a great steal right there. Going for those inbound steals is something that I definitely recommend doing as well. I don't think that's something people take advantage of enough sometimes, because you get those opportunities and people will just become very lazy and lackadaisical with the way they play sometimes and make those mistakes like he did there. And Glenn, I feel like you got to dunk that. That was a really good look. I felt like it. He didn't dunk it, but it's okay. I mean, things aren't exactly going our way right now. We're still looking all right. Got a backdoor Hito there. See if we can get ourselves a dunk. We are. Didn't have a ton going. If you don't have a ton going on the offensive end of the court, go for those back doors as well, because they will often slip past the defender and get you an easy dunk on a possession that otherwise might not really be going anywhere. Good defense here. Help off the corner with Gasol. We're back in position. Beautiful defense by Marc Gasol, and we get ourselves another stop. And that's where that size is valuable again. A 7'1" power forward, 7'2" center, both of them with long arms, both of them elite defenders. Even if we're not playing, again, great defense on Marc Gasol. Again, deflects the ball out of bounds. Could have easily been a steal, but good job by us of not giving up anything easy, making our opponent work for every single bucket. Again, he's in a really tough spot here, forced to take a pretty much impossible shot that he doesn't come down with the bucket with. And actually, Peter's just leaking up the court, so we're just going to take our easy dunk again. I know we haven't really scored any threes this game. I did miss my one wide open one with Hito, but we're doing a really good job of finding a way to score pretty consistently. And then our opponent's starting to force. He's starting to get flustered. He's got himself a little bit of a deficit. He's losing the game, and now he's starting to get flustered and starting to play a little bit more recklessly and a little bit stupider, taking some questionable shots while we're continuing to take our dunks, make the right play, and it results in a win. That's exactly the type of game that you can play very consistently. So hopefully that gives y'all a good picture of how I recommend playing. Don't force threes. Don't force 4-pointers. You only have 14 seconds. Take what's available for you. Backdoor if you don't have something going. Try to create some space. Make sure you have good ball handlers on the court. That size is super valuable. Really will help you out rebounding, switchability, defensively, all those types of things. And it's going to help you to be able to consistently win these clutch time games, which will consistently give you an opportunity to Rick Smits, who's the second best center in the game, and a lot of other good rewards, which is really, really nice. And I think clutch time is definitely one of the most rewarding modes to play in this game. And like I said, you can win the vast majority of your clutch time games without having the best cards in the game. A team like this is going to cost you 150 or so thousand MT, maybe not even that much, and it is a great squad. You could even go cheaper than this. There are cheaper options than some of these guys that you can run. So hopefully this video does help y'all out, give y'all a good picture of how to succeed consistently in clutch time. And if it does, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.